Soki, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good. So what is the most exciting thing for the harvest time and gets the most attention out of everyone?
I kind of feel like when people realize that there's a whole process that goes behind what's in their glass. So to see the people busy working in the cellar, you can smell the grape juice when you walk in here, you can hear the press, so you can actually see what goes on behind like what you're actually drinking. So I feel like that really does change people's appreciation and also kind of gets people to ask more questions and kind of like realize that there's more than what we're telling.
It's more behind
about.
the scenes,
exactly.
More than just a pretty label.
Yeah, no, very much so. And I feel like my favorite part is to see people like realizing these things and actually asking those questions, and they're not just here for a wine tasting, but they're actually here to experience
Feeling
the whole
involved
process.
in a way.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah. Riddles, how do you feel like harvest changes how people kind of ask questions and react, especially going on drives quite often? How do you think people react actually being out in the vines and stuff?
It's interesting. You're kind of in the moment, so you're in the middle of it all. How our tasting is designed is all the barrels on the one side, production in the back, and the bottling in the middle, on the side. So you're basically in the middle of it all. You get to see the barrels come in, come out, the grapes go in, go out. And then it's one of those things, what are you harvesting today? Is it going to be a good year? And you get so many different questions just referring to what is going in and out of the cellar at the time. And during this winter season, when we don't really have much going on outside, we still get loads of questions, but it won't be, what are they doing over there? What grapes are you guys working with? What is that big machine that's going on? And people get involved. And the cool thing with that is we offer cellar tours. We can go into the cellar and say, do you want to actually go have a look and see what's going on? And the guys inside, they're very happy to actually say, take a second, this is what we're doing, but don't be here too long because we're busy. Soki, during the harvest time, what do you think changes the guests' appreciation and how they look at the wine as opposed to buying from a store and actually seeing the whole process going down in front of them?
So I feel like when you're sitting in the courtyard, there's a lot going on around you. I mean, we have vines growing outside where you can actually see, a lot of them still have their grapes on. You can kind of see what they look like when they're ready to be harvested. We have the troughs outside so people can go and pick, let's say, the Grenache grapes out and actually taste it before it gets pressed and gets made into wine. And you can see, like if you stand at the door, you can see them pressing it and you can see the juice. And it's not clear, it's still murky, it's still sweet. So I feel like people can see what's actually going on. So it's kind of the whole story behind what's in the glass. And
so they can kind of see how many steps there are actually before it gets into that glass. It's almost that saying that goes from seed to glass, but how much before is there before it goes into that glass?
Literally, exactly. So I feel like it also kind of awakens the senses, because you're in the courtyard, you can hear the cicadas, you can smell the grape juice, you can hear the press, you can see Jamie and Mark up and down on the forklift, you can see Wameno. So there's a lot going on, and I feel like that kind of makes people appreciate it more, that they can sit here and drink what's happening basically.
Yeah, people don't just go to the shop and buy the bottle. They actually have understanding of how the whole process goes down and see how much effort goes into it. There's a lot more effort that goes into one little bottle of wine than you might actually think. And that's the cool thing about Waterford. We actually try and give people a bit more of an education on the wine and how we make things, and prove to people how much effort actually goes into one bottle of wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you could swap jobs with one person on the harvest team, like anybody, for a day, who would it be?
That's a tough one. We've got such a good team. I would probably have to have a toss-up between either Jamie, our winemaker, or David, our viticulturist. Jamie, just because she's so hands-on, always involved. I promise you, you'll see her walk from the cellar to the tasting, but she's always doing something and always involved with the wine. Plus, she has a license to drive the forklift, so that's pretty fun. And Darby, I mean, I think all the boys can agree with me. Who wouldn't want to drive around on a little dirt bike from meeting to meeting every day in the sun and in the wild?
Okay, fair enough.
What about you? If you had to pick one person to swap roles with for a day?
I'd probably say either Mark, just to know what's
just to be at the top, you know?
No, just to know what's going on in his head. Like, he's quite busy, there's always things going on, and he obviously is in charge of everything, so to kind of just be in his head for a day. Or I'd say maybe Tabo.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I feel like he's been here for so long and he's been through so many harvests to kind of just experience a harvest in his head for a day, to kind of, obviously he's doing all the work and stuff like that alongside Roland and Jamie. So I'd want to be him for a day just to kind of experience harvest as a hard-working man.
Come on, I like that. And is there anyone else you would pick if you had to?
Maybe,
I know you want to say it.
maybe Simon,
Oh, I knew it.
just to wear those bootwool shorts for a day.
Okay, for those that don't know, what are bootwool shorts?
Short shorts.
Short
Yes, just to show off my legs for a day.
Is there anyone in the past that's worked in the taste room, or maybe doesn't even work here at the moment, that has done something or asked a question where you kind of just go, really?
So it's happened twice where somebody will be doing their first tasting for us and they'll introduce the Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, no. That's not good.